Now, on Friday, there was an extraordinary debate in Parliament about ferrets. Now, I've got nothing against ferrets. I think looking after their welfare is important. But a 4-hour debate on this one subject, now you might be thinking that something is amiss. So here's Labour MPs Maria Eagle and Sarah Champion.
There ought to be further provisions in respect of safety of ferrets that are not set out in the regulations so far that have been said. So I'd be interested to hear what the Minister might have to say about that.
Will my honourable friend give way?
I will give way, of course.
I am very interested about my honourable friend's, keen mention of ferrets at every opportunity during this debate. And just to put on record, my brother had a ferret called Oscar.
Well, she has that now on the record. I don't really know what else to say about that, except I'm sure that Oscar brought her brother
great joy,
and that's what pets do. And I'm sure there are many other ferret owners who might attest to the same thing.
So this was a discussion on the animal welfare bill, which could have been over within 20 minutes, let's face it. And the reason it took 4 hours is that politicians were filibustering to prevent a debate on Liz Truss's Health and Equality Act's amendment bill, which would have offered protections for women's spaces, prevented the social transitioning of children in schools, and banned puberty blockers. So apparently, many of our MPs think that domesticated polecats are more important than the safeguarding of women and children. And to be honest, it was a cross-party affair. So here are Tory MPs Mark Spencer and Peter Gibson.
It would be remiss of me not to put on the record my 3 dogs, Tessa, Barney and Maisie, and my cat, Parsnip. And there's been a proud tradition this morning of mentioning various pets, including Harry, George, Henry, Bruce, Snowy, Maisie, Scampy, Becky 1, Becky 2, and Pixie, who are the cats. I'll give way to the honourable gentleman.
I'm very grateful to my honourable friend for giving way. I omitted earlier to put on the record the names of my own dogs, Clemmy, Peppy and Ebony. And Clemmy, as we all know, came 3rd in the Westminster Dog of the Year show in 2022.
Well, he's corrected the record. There were, of course, 2 ferrets, one of who'd passed away, Rowlett and Oscar.
What an absolute farce. It's a waste of parliamentary time, it's insulting to the electorate, it's dismissive of women's rights, and it shows a complete disregard for the medical experimentation on children that has been taking place on the NHS in plain sight. And as a result of these shenanigans, Truss's bill will now be delayed until the 22nd of March, but as it is going to be the last on the day's agenda, it's unlikely to be debated at all. Now, you would think our representatives would take this matter a little bit more seriously, but no. When challenged on this, here was Sarah Champion's response. Gotta love a ferret, powerful and full of love. Well, Sarah Champion, perhaps your trivialisation of these important issues might not look so impressive in a few years' time, when everyone has woken up to the madness of recent years. Women are concerned about their single-sex spaces, and children have been medicalised for being autistic, gay or gender non-conforming. Both political parties are effectively supporting a new form of gay conversion therapy. But they don't want to talk about that. They wanted to compare the names of their pets. Why? Because getting one over on Liz Truss is apparently more important than the safety of children. I'm sure in a few years' time there's going to be a lot of people claiming they never went along with any of this. But it's all on Hansard now. So perhaps all the MPs involved in this infantile filibustering might want to start thinking of their excuses now. Because in the future, they might be asked, what did you do about the state-sanctioned medical experimentation on children? Oh, well, we spoke about ferrets. Well, I'm willing to bet that history isn't going to look too kindly on that sort of thing. I guess we'll have to wait and see.